Hello everybody, this is RJ Epic here, and welcome to WrestleTalk Volume 2, Number 1, and in this WrestleTalk episode, I am going to be reviewing the Royal Rumble, which happened last night, the Royal Rumble 2016, which first off was an amazing event. I loved it. It was actually the best Rumble in a long time, so I'm really happy with what went down last night. I'd say every match was awesome. There was some, of course there were some that were way better than others, but that's just normal, so, yeah. I don't know what else to put in the background of this video to just record and look at, so I just put my authentic WWE Tag Team Championship in front of me on my lap, so that's cool. After you guys later today, we'll also be getting the comic countdown, so look out for that. Probably not long after this, like, hopefully only, like, I don't know, less than an hour at least, because I actually have an exam tomorrow and need to study for that, so, yeah, but yes, the Royal Rumble was last night, and first I'm going to talk about what went down on the pre-show. We had the Dudley Boys versus the Ascension versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger versus Damien Sandow and Darren Young. And the winner of this fatal four-way tag team match got to be in a Royal Rumble match. And the winners were Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. First off, I was kind of like, what the hell, WWE? The Dudley Boys should have won it. But from what they were talking about and what I've heard, this could possibly be Mark Henry's last Royal Rumble. So if that was the case, then I'm glad he won it. Because Mark Henry deserves to go out good, even though he did nothing in the Rumble, but who really cares? But still, at least he was in it. Now the first match of the actual pay-per-view, and that was the kickoff. We had Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens in the last man standing match, which Dean Ambrose won. I wasn't really paying attention to this match, watching it, at least the first half. I didn't really watch it. I was just kind of like screwing around. But it was a really good match, and I'm actually going to go back and watch, probably not the whole pay-per-view, but I'll probably go back and watch that match, and maybe the Divas match, and the Royal Rumble match itself, which was, by the way, the Royal Rumble match was the best match on the card. It was the best Rumble in a while. It was really awesome, but we'll get into that after because a lot of cool things happened. The Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens match had a lot of really awesome spots in it. We had from Kevin Owens like spinning suplex through a table to Dean Ambrose pushing him off the top turnbuckle, flipping out to the other side through two tables to end the match. And we also had Kevin Owens cannonball Dean Ambrose through the barricade, which was also really cool. So yes, this was a really good match. This is actually most people's second best match, but I don't know. I really liked the Divas match last night, but we'll talk about that after. We're going in order of matches. Which next was the New Day versus the Usos, and the New Day did retain their tag team championships. Which I called. Actually, I was correct on all the predictions. I was correct on all the predictions, so you guys know who won already if you watch my predictions video, which was really awesome. I was actually, like, surprised I got everything right. So I got Dean Ambrose right, I predicted that. I didn't predict the kickoff. I don't know if I did, but the kickoff doesn't count. I was only really predicting the pay-per-view matches, because I didn't really care about the kickoff. I didn't watch it anyway. Because I actually think I predicted the Dudleys to win, but I don't know if I did that on camera, and even if I did, that doesn't count. But I predicted all the important matches right. So the New Day, I predicted they would win, and they did, and it was a really cool match. It was probably actually the worst match of the night, but it still was good. The New Day's promo before the match was awesome, so I'm glad that happened. And we also had Francesca Toom join the New Day family as Xavier brought out a new trombone. So that was cool. Then we had Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio, which actually could have been the, I don't know, it was between tag team in that match for the U.S. title, which was the worst. And I was also correct here in saying Kalisto would win, so he got his push. He is the new United States champion for the second time, actually, he's the United States champion. And this was a pretty good match. It was actually kind of a botch fest. Kalisto actually botched quite a bit. I think Del Rio actually botched once too in there. Kalisto went for this, I forget what the move's called, but he went to jump on his back, and he goes, and they put your legs behind their arms and then flip over onto their back. It's like a rolling powerbomb kind of, rolling sunset powerbomb or whatever. And then friggin' he lands on his head, and it looked really bad for a little bit. He actually almost screwed up his Salito del Sol too, the second one, because he hit it twice. He almost landed it butt first on Del Rio's head, or Del Rio's face, which would have been funny but bad. So yeah. Anyway, I'm actually going to move on to the Divas title match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, which I did also predict correctly in Charlotte winning, which kind of sucks because I really enjoyed Becky's performance. Actually, they both had good performances. Charlotte did this really cool move where she put Becky's feet up in the turnbuckle, and she spun around into a neck breaker, and it was really awesome. During the match, they went to the outside, and Ric Flair actually kissed Becky Lynch. That's not a sight you see every day, and you don't really want to see every day, because that guy's old as hell. He's like the dinosaur of wrestling. Anyway, yeah. Then after all that and some cheating went down, Ric Flair throws his coat over Becky's face and whatever, and Charlotte cheats to win by poking Becky in the eye and then going for the spear. At the end of the match, Charlotte keeps beating her up. Then we hear the music, which is actually the first surprise return of the night, and besides the Rumble, with Sasha Banks coming out. And she came out, and she actually kicks Becky right out of the ring. Then she's like, yeah, we're cool. I'm not even going to go after that title to Charlotte, whatever. They're doing the BFFs, like, little thing that they did when they were together in NXT, is like the BFFs group or whatever. They did their, like, pretty girls, special handshake thingy. Then Charlotte goes to leave the ring. She lets Rick leave first, and she goes to leave again. And then Charlotte attacks her from behind with the backstabber into the crossface, which was awesome. And she really pulled back on Charlotte, because Charlotte's actually really flexible, so she can bend in different ways, which is, and Sasha bent so far back, her head was like in between Charlotte's legs, and Charlotte could have just put her feet a bit forward and dragged her head back, and it would have worked. But yeah, that was really awesome, and Sasha came out on top there, and she's gonna be obviously challenging for the title sometime in the future. Maybe there might be a coming triple threat there. But then we move on to the Royal Rumble match. Roman Reigns comes out first. Rusev comes out second. He quickly eliminates Rusev as number 3 comes out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam! And then the rumored and predicted AJ Styles comes out. And as soon as I heard the music, most people were like, who the heck is this? But as soon as I heard the music, I was like, oh my god, it's AJ Styles! Because I knew it. Because if somebody was coming up from NXT, it would have been the music from NXT. And it wasn't. It was like this weird music that I actually really like for AJ. And he was coming. As soon as I heard it, I literally woke. I literally woke like my sister up, which was hilarious, and it was funny. I was so excited, and I was pumped. I was on an adrenaline rush for a while there. I came down hard after that. Then for a while, not much happened. We slowly had the Wyatt family come out. Then we hit number. Actually, I'm trying to remember if anything important happened before. Well, I mean, a lot of important stuff happened, but I'm just trying to think, like, I guess number 18, Kevin Owens comes out, and he eliminates AJ Styles, who was for a long time trying to hit his finisher, the Styles Clash, and actually, AJ lasted a long time in the Rumble match. So did Chris Jericho, with the longest lasting in the Rumble, I think. Actually, technically Roman was, but he wasn't in the Rumble, because actually the League of Nations led by Vince, came out and attacked him. So he was out for most of the match, which was really stupid. Trying to make him look strong, but you take him out half the match. We know at this stage that it's just to protect him, so it's just stupid. AJ was the longest lasting guy for a long time, but in the actual match, it would have been Chris Jericho by the very end, because he was in like the final 6, I think. Then we had at number 20, we had the return and Sami Zayn come out, and he goes straight after Kevin Owens, building up that. So after this, we're either going to have an AJ Styles vs. Kevin Owens rivalry, or Sami Zayn vs. Kevin Owens, or both. Maybe like Sami Zayn will face him at Fastlane and AJ at WrestleMania, or AJ at Fastlane and Sami at WrestleMania. Or we could even have a triple threat somehow, but either way, there's possibilities all over the place. I just hope both AJ Styles and Sami Zayn are featured on Raw and SmackDown this week. That would be awesome. Then at number 23, Brock Lesnar comes out, and he just kicks everybody's ass. Of course, Braun Strowman and Wyatt family out by now, except for Bray Wyatt, and I think Eric Rowan's out by now too. Maybe not, though. And Braun Strowman actually threw out Kane and Big Show earlier, the two giants, so that was cool. And then not much really happened, actually, till number 30 got the buzz in, and it was Triple H, like a lot of people, including myself, predicted. Which then led to the final 6 being Bray Wyatt, Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Triple H, Sheamus, and Roman Reigns. And actually, number 29 was Sheamus, which was kind of funny too, which led to Roman coming back and Superman punching him. Of course, he comes back when Sheamus is out in number 29. So he came back out, and then everything went down, and Triple H comes out to a pretty great reaction. And I was actually excited when Triple H returned, because I didn't want Roman Reigns running for the second consecutive Royal Rumble, because that's just boring. Which ended up leaving Triple H and Sheamus, like, both eliminate Bray Wyatt. Dean Ambrose eliminates Chris Jericho, actually, before that, I think, or right after. No, it was right after. I think Chris Jericho made it the final 5, which was cool. And which might be setting up a possible Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho rivalry at WrestleMania or sometime in the future for the Intercontinental title, which could be Chris Jericho's 10th Intercontinental title, IC title, if he were to win, which I doubt. Then the final 4 were Dean Ambrose, Sheamus, Triple H, and Roman Reigns, which Sheamus goes for a Celtic kick or whatever it's called. I don't know anymore. He misses and goes he goes over the rope because Dean Ambrose pulls it down. Then the final 3, Dean Ambrose, actually no, he pulls it down. Sheamus is on the apron. Then Roman gets a Superman punch, and right behind him, Triple H scoops Roman over and throws him and eliminates him. He is not, and Roman Reigns didn't even make the final 2 with Triple H. He was eliminated as the 3rd guy, so he was in the final 3. Then we have a little face-off, a little awesome face-off between Dean Ambrose and Triple H. This was a little cool match, and I would actually like to see a full match with these two. That would be a great match, which ends up with Dean Ambrose throwing Triple H over on the apron, but he runs at him, and Triple H throws a knee right into his face. Then he goes through the second rope, pulls him over, and drops him over the top rope, which leads to Triple H becoming the 14-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Which I'm happy with, because it takes the title off Roman, and it leads into an awesome rivalry with Triple H going into WrestleMania, which obviously Roman's gonna win, but still, I'm glad. I like Triple H. I'm glad to see him with the title again, so that's fine. And yes, I predicted all of these matches correctly, except maybe the kickoff, which who cares. But I'm happy. This was an awesome event. This was a great way to start the year of pay-per-views off, and I hope WWE you keep it up. The thing that made my night was AJ Styles making his WWE debut, and apparently he is scheduled to be at Raw and SmackDown this week, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, I said I might rebook stuff if I didn't like it, but I actually enjoyed most of the booking stuff throughout tonight, and I can't really complain. I'm not going to rebook anything because I liked and enjoyed this Rumble. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and even share if you want to. I can't make you, or won't make you. But anyway, guys, I'll see you all in the next video, which is the Common Countdown, number 14, I think. And I'll see you all later, so peace out, mother truckers.